Hey maker, that mom with a laser here, and today I'm going to experiment with different types of materials to see what I like cutting best when it comes to making holiday place settings. You know, these. Today we're going to test out 3 types of material. We're going to test out chalkboard, wood, and acrylic. And really what I'm looking for is which of these materials do I feel most comfortable with selling to my customers. You ready? Let's go. First, I need to set up my fonts and make them laser ready. I want to add decorative swirls to the ends of my words, so I'm going to access the character map first. It's here where you can find what we call glyphs, and those are basically all of the extras that you get when you buy a font. To access them, I'm going to go ahead and toggle down to Unicode subrange, and then I'm going to look for private use characters. It's here where I'm going to find all of the extra little swirls that I want to add onto my pieces. So I'll search for what I need, click select, and then copy. Now I'll paste it into Lightburn and write out my word. Once I've written my word, I'll use the offset tool to thicken the font. This way it'll be less likely to break. Now that I thickened it, I think I need to open up these little holes that are in some of my letters, so I'll adjust that and group it all together and it's ready. I like the swirls, but it also makes the word a little smaller. So I'm going to try and find another font that still has decorative lettering, but would look a little bigger. In this case, it ended up being Sweetie Almira Script. So I'll finish prepping my words, and I've decided I want to make 2 sets. One set that is 10 inches long, which is about the size of a dinner plate, and then another set that's about 6 inches long, which would be the size of a dessert plate. The first material that I'm going to cut today is double-sided chalkboard and dry erase board that I get from Lowe's. This stuff isn't the easiest to cut. So I'm going to autofocus on the surface of the material, and then I'm going to push that beam down so that the strongest part of the beam hits the center of my material. This is going to help me cut it more efficiently. As you see here, my machine autofocused to 8.5 millimeters. So I'm going to take my calipers and measure my material. So if I want the strongest part of my beam to hit the center of the material, that means I need to divide 5 millimeters by 2. So now I'm going to raise the laser bed 2.5 millimeters, setting my focus to 6 millimeters. I have a video below that explains this in more detail, so be sure to check it out after you finish this one. I'm also going to be using my air compressor because this stuff is usually pretty sooty, and I'm hoping this will help make it a cleaner cut. I'll repeat this process for all of my other materials. Now it's time to cut. The chalkboard, double-sided chalkboard that I get from Lowe's, and it looks beautiful, right? But look at this. Even with an air compressor, look at how much soot. Now I'm gonna have to waste all this time trying to clean it, okay? And then not only do I get all this soot on the back, if you don't mask it, look at that. Now I have to clean that too. And here's the thing, I have to put masking because even if I clean this, like, look at those burnt little edges there. And then I've got to like scrub like crazy just to get those little itty bitty marks off. So unfortunately, this was a flop. I don't think it's nearly as efficient as I was hoping it would be. And it looks like wood is going to be my go-to. I mean, look at this. I was all excited and then figured it out after it was too late. So now I have all this to clean. Now, I should say this one, I mean, that's fine. That's not so bad, but I had masked this, but I'm still wasting time because I still have to clean the soot and now I have to peel off the masking. So unfortunately, it's just not a win. So this is actually going to be, somebody's going to get a nice little donation here. And I need some coffee. I think it's cafecito time. It's totally cafecito time. Mom has come to save the day and bring me my daily cup of cafecito. Thank you, Mommy. How's this cafecito today?
Delicioso.
Delicioso. Always. Thank you, Mommy.
You're welcome.
All right, you ready to keep working? Let's go. Okay, guys, so everything's cut and it's time to really look at the differences. And here's what we know. We know that the chalkboard, while it will save time when it comes to painting, it'll eat up time because of the extra soot. And if you don't mask it, you'll still have to clean it. So you'll still eat up time either demasking it or cleaning the back. Acrylic, I've had this linen acrylic forever, and I'm just cutting this for myself. It's beautiful, but within seconds, I tried to take a picture holding it, and I dropped it on the carpet, and the first one I made shattered. So this is 1/8 of an inch. That's probably why, but I don't have these pretty patterns in a 1/4 inch, which I'm sure would hold up better. So yeah, I feel like that's kind of risky to sell. And then tried and true wood is nice and sturdy. I thickened the font and it looks great. So this is also easy if I just sell it like this and I don't paint it, but obviously you could paint it, and you know, that would be an upcharge on the piece because that's an extra step of work for you. So there you go. I think wood is definitely the winner for sure. Okay, maker, now the last step, because even though you make it, you still have to stage it and then you have to advertise it, right? So I'm doing my best here to stage some nice photos. So I've taken my china and I looked up a tutorial on YouTube on how to like fold a napkin. So I did that. And now I'm gonna show you how all of the different ones look. This is if you choose to do smaller glyphs, and I sized it, remember, 10 inches so that it would fit inside a dinner plate, okay? The same size, but with these nice little, fun little swoops, you can see how it looks different, okay? So it's just totally different look depending on what the customer or what you and your business want to offer, okay? Then I also sized some to a dessert plate. So you have the larger font option without the swoops. This is 6 inches. And you have the same one, but with the fun little swirls at the end. And there you go. And honestly, they all look really pretty. It just depends on what you want to offer. So there you go. We've got 6 inches and we've got 10. And just so you can see, this is what the acrylic looks like. That looks really pretty. Love that. Just wish it wasn't so fragile. And I'm not going to leave this one on the napkin because I don't want it to get soot on my napkin, but you can see that's what black would look like. Really pretty too. So I'm going to take my photos and then I'm done for the day. Well, maker, that's it for today. I hope my trials and tribulations save you time in the near future. As you can tell, for me, the whole chalkboard thing, waste of time. And while I really love the acrylic, unless I can get it thicker, for my taste, I think it's a little too risky to sell to my customers. So I think a 1/4 inch wood is the safest bet for a product that will hold up over time for the customer. So I hope you enjoyed your time with me today. If you don't follow me on social media already, please do so. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know below. And I'll see you guys here soon over at That Mom with a Laser.